So mainly today, what we'll be doing is doing more of our analysis, fundamental analysis on tokens. Then we'll be exploring people on Twitter, different accounts, entering into the community, and also on Telegram too. So first, in our analysis, so it's usually called fundamental analysis. So we usually use tools to check in on different tokens or check on the blockchain or the decentralized exchanges. So one of these two, and it's very important, which we'll be looking at, is Dexscreener. So this is one tool. We'll be looking at Dexscreener. So that is dexscreener.com. So, we've looked at one tool in the past, which is PoolCoin. And I think some of us have gone through it. So PoolCoin is a very important tool we'll be using as in trading of DeFi to go forward. Now, PoolCoin is mainly for Binance Smart Chain, that is the Binance blockchain. So there are other tools for other blockchain, but why I like Dex Screener is because it covers mostly, majority of the blockchain. So it scans through majority of the blockchains, and it tells you what is going on the blockchain. Apart from scan the blockchain, it also scans through decentralized exchanges and tells you what is going on in these exchanges. Now, this is the environment of Dex Screener. So on the left, you can see different menus, and they also broke it down into different blockchains. You can see there's a lot that Dex Screener covers. So you have Ethereum, you have BSC. Now the Ethereum, it covers what is going on. So in 24 hours on the Ethereum blockchain, uh, like 1.3 billion, has gone into the Ethereum blockchain. You can see in 24 hours, you have over 137,000 transactions. You can see this is a lot on the Ethereum blockchain. It also breaks down to tell you at number one, you have Ethereum trading with USDC. And now that is having the highest transaction. So you have more people trading Ethereum with USDC. And you can see the volume, and I think it has the highest volume. You can see the change in 5 minutes, the change in 1 hour, change in 6, and change in 24 hours. Then you also see the liquidity. Then you also see the diluted valuation, which is 6 billion. So you can also filter based on these different columns. So if I say I want to see the highest token that has been traded on, or coin that has been traded on the Ethereum blockchain, I can click on the liquidity. So to filter based on liquidity. So currently, DAI and USDC, both stable coins, are the ones with the highest liquidity. So if I want to say what is the change in 5 minutes on the Ethereum blockchain, so maybe a coin did 5 minutes. So this particular token did over 21% in 5 minutes. And in 1 hour they did 40%. In 6 hours they did 100 percent, and in 24 hours they did that particular percent. Now the volume is 61K, and this is the price. Now this is on the Ethereum blockchain. So let's move to the blockchain we are familiar with, which is Binance blockchain. Okay, so on the Binance blockchain, the same thing you have here. So if you want to look at who are the people that are doing large uh, percentage profit, you can go by saying, oh, in 5 minutes, you can see this particular coin did 35%, and in 24 hours it came down. So this one is currently moving in 5%. You can also check within an hour. So you can say, oh, this one did this amount within an hour and did over 3,000 within 6 hours. So you can get so much data, so much information from this place, like so much. Okay, so we proceed. So this is Dexscreener. Another thing you can do using Dexscreener is to check for trends. Now, trends shows, profit and also losses. So trend can be in positive, that is profit, and it can also be downward, which is in loss. So currently there is a trend here in which in the price went up over 48% in the last hour. So this is a trend that is happening on, although this is in the Arbitrum blockchain, and this is using the sushi swap exchange also. Sorry, Arbitrum blockchain and using sushi swap exchange. So you can also check gainers and losers. They can say in 24 hours who gained more, in 5 minutes who gained more, in 1 hour who gained more, in 6 hours who gained more. Wow, this did over 4,000% in in 6 hours. But again, if you look at a token like this that did 4,000%, in 1 hour it's having 0%, in 5 hours it's having 0%. So what it means is that in 1 hour no one have traded this particular token, and also in 5 minutes no one have traded. So this, like you can see, you can conclude that it's likely to be a scam or something, or maybe not scam, but they are not pushing the token again. They've made profit and they've forgotten about the token. So let's go back. So you also have new peers. Now, the thing about shit coins is you try to find uh, timing whereby you can enter when they've started. Because when they start a new project, it's likely to go up. Then, before it starts coming down, then maybe later it can go up. So, if you are one of the first people that enters into a new project, you're likely to make more profit. But when you do that, you are you are operating at a very high risk, like extremely high risk, and that is why we have to make sure we know when liquidity is locked, all these certain things. But even when liquidity is locked, you can see it can be a form of trap. Some other things can come in the smart contract whereby they use to scam. So that is why we're mainly having this class so that we can spot out scams and we can avoid those scams. So right now we have new peers. Now this is all going on in Dexscreener. We click on new peers. So we are seeing all the new tokens that is being released based on when it was released. This was released in 29 minutes ago. So you can filter based on age. So you can say, oh, I want the latest one. You can see this was released 4 minutes ago. It has just six buyers, no one has sold, and it has over a volume of 11,000. It has in 5 minutes has done over 100%. Now this, based on observation, is likely to be a scam. So can anyone tell us why this is likely to be a scam? Yeah, I'm throwing out questions today. Why is this likely to be a scam? Let's talk. Let's talk. No, no. I want you to talk. You said bots are. So sometimes I might not see the chat, so you might just, unmute your mic and just talk.
Okay, I think the reason why it might be a scam is because bots, like you explained in our last class, bots can actually be on the backstage doing the clicking.
Okay, so what you're saying is that bots could be, doing the buying, right?
Okay, yes, yes, bots can be doing the buying. Is that correct?
Yeah. So most times you can't avoid bots. So when a token comes in, bots usually buy. But why it could be a scam? One, from our observation, people are not selling, and apart from the fact that people are not selling, people are using. So we just clicked on that particular token. People are using large amount of funds to get into the trade, which is not common. So why is not common? Because it serves as a bait. So when you see this, most newbies, what they do is their body will be, shit, shit, this is an opportunity. This token just launched how many minutes ago. Then if you study it, you'll find out that the liquidity is also lost. So I'll copy this and I'll go to KuCoin and I'll paste. So hopefully before the end of our class, we'll see this particular token, the how far the token has gone. So right now you say, oh, they have liquidity, it's locked, this, that, and you'll be like, shit, this is a good token, this is a good token. Now you'll find out people will be buying. So we said, oh, once someone can sell, at least you are sure, okay, it's all right. But you find out people buying. Let me just also check the sellers and buyer. Not opening. So in most cases, what they do is to lock out liquidity for a short period of time. So you could say, okay, I'm going to provide a liquidity of 100 BNB. This is over 36K dollars. And when I provide this liquidity, I'll keep it for the next 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, sometimes even 6 hours. So then the next thing, they can still use money, break it down into various accounts and start buying their token. Now it's not usual for you to see a token that I bought, with huge amount of money, 1,000, 2,000. Most of these tokens are trapped. So you want to avoid, even though it's juicy, it's looking juicy. Oh shit! If I can enter, imagine this guy entering. By now, his money is over how much? As far as you want to make money, you should be cautious of your greed level. So for tokens like this, you want to completely avoid it. So I'll keep this open, and before the end of our class, we'll see how far it has gone. And again, if you look at this, is just what is this? You can see the token name. The token name is WKWKWK. Like who does that? Like you don't need a pastor to tell you that this is a scam token. You don't need a prophet to tell you that. So okay, so you can see this can be a usual person. So when you see a token having $100, $200, $50, $30, 200, 120 at the beginning. That shows, oh, they are humans, going through it and actually buying. Any question? Okay, so we'll observe that guy. So we can go back. So another thing you can do is you can filter. So on Dexscreener, you can filter. So it's not all the blockchain that we are concerned about or the exchanges. So we can filter to say we want to just look at BSC blockchain. So we save. We can also filter to check what exchange do we want to check. So we say Pancake Swap. So we want to check tokens, new tokens on Pancake Swap. We save. Then there's also a filter down that says you want to check for the last 6 hours. You can change it to 5 minutes. So if you want new tokens that have been listed in the last 5 minutes, you click on 5 minutes and to bring out all the new tokens that have been listed in 5 minutes. So this is more of a sniper to check, okay, what is going on? Is there any new opportunity, new token? And again, when you do this, an indicator for you to check is using the number of buyers and the number of sellers. So if the number of buyers and sellers, people are not selling, then you should know that something is wrong, is shady. And if you observe, if the buyers are not much, so let's say if it's a token that is well organized and have a good community. So let's say a token that have a community of over 1,000 members on Telegram. What it means is within 10 minutes, at least you should have over 100 buyers. That is if they are strong on their marketing. Within 10 minutes, you should have over 50 to 100 buyers into that token. And as they're having that amount, you should be having over half of that amount of people selling because it's human psychology. Once someone makes money, the next thing they want to quickly sell so that they will take their profit, right? It's just human psychology. So you also want to be patient, not to go in because most of these projects are scams. So I advise people when they are doing their analysis, try to look at over an hour to be on the safe side, even do 6 hours. So 6 hours things have settled down. And after things have settled down, you also want to check the 5 minute transaction. What is happening within 5 minutes? So if there is no trade within 5 minutes, that means people are not even interested in that token. So you see all this, 5 minutes that are 0%, that means nothing is going on. Again, nothing is going on. Okay, so nothing is going on with that particular token. So you want to observe within 5 minutes. So you filtered for 6 hours. You want to check, okay, let's go up to down. So within 5 minutes, what is going on? Check the buyers. Are there more buyers? Are people buying it? You get. If people are buying it, are they also selling? Yes, they are selling. Check the volume. How much are they using to buy? You get. So also check the liquidity. So this is saying they have over 89,000 dollars as liquidity. Make sure the liquidity is good and solid. You get. Okay, so let's look at a couple of these tokens. So you can see this over 7 hours, they have over 1,000, buys. You have over 800 sell. You have a volume of 807,000 that have been put in. In 5 minutes, it came down. You can see things are happening. In 6 hours, it has done 31%. And in 24 hours, it's not up to 24 hours. So you can say in 8 hours, it has done 8%. And it has a liquidity of 75. So, like a token like this, you can see stereo AI. So you can see it has a good amount of buyers. Now look at this. It has over in 6 hours, it has over 273 buys, and you have people that have sold too, which is good. You have volume, people that have entered into the token. But you can see this one in 5 minutes, no, nobody has even bought or sold in 5 minutes. That is terrible, and this is just 6 hours. So what it means is the marketing team, they are not doing their job. There is no buzz about it. Nothing is going on about that project within 5 minutes. Nothing is happening. Okay. Um, so you want to avoid projects like that. Now, another thing is when trading shitcoin, like I said the last time, you want to go in and out. You don't want a situation whereby you are keeping for long term, except you still believe in the project. You believe in the project that it's a long term project, and you believe in the team. So you can buy maybe a couple of dollars and you can just forget about it. Maybe in the next 3 months, 6 months, when the charts have gone up, you sell. So you want to do in and out. So let's look at this particular token, Stereo AI. So we click on it. So when you click on Dexscreener, it brings out the chart. So the chart tells you, okay, the people buying and the people selling. It also gives you, indicators. So here they say this pair has been created within the last 24 hours. Make sure you fully understand the risks associated with trading newly created pairs or tokens before proceeding, because it could be a scam. So they are just telling you, hope you know what you are doing. Then let's change this. So we can, if you are into graphs, you can also read the graph. Now, these are people telling you, also indicating that this is going to go up. This is a good project. This is not really a good project. And this is telling you it's a red flag. Don't go for the project. Then if you come down, so you can see the smart contract address is here. You can copy it. But if you come down to more, you can see other um, things about the token. So you can say, let's search this token on Twitter. So you search it. You want to
Mr.
see what is in the right hand side. If you come down, you have different ways you can check that particular token. So we can search on Twitter, we can search on Google, we can scan on case SAFU, we can do other things. So let's search on Twitter. So when we click on that particular currency on Twitter, you can see what is going on. So I'm thinking this is the currency, like this is their main account, Stereo AI, because that is what is written. So I think so. So these are people. This is an account talking about it. So if you check this, you can see the visibility. So it means that uh, people are actually seeing it. People are liking. People are commenting on it. So let's enter this and let's see what people are saying. Hello, kindly check DM to the moon. But all this can be contract address. I've seen it now for Pankesa. Yes, I've seen it. Incredible, good job, congrats. But all this can, people can easily, arrange for all this to happen. So we enter into their main account. They have over 10,000. So don't listen to this because this can be forged. They can have multiple accounts. But what you want to look at is the engagement. So you want to look at engagement. That is what counts. So this is another platform saying congratulations to them for raising. So I think they've done a pre-sale. So you can see they even wrote it, they've done a pre-sale to raise over 250 BNB. And I think that is what they use to provide liquidity. So, which is okay, this is the same token. So you might want to check. Um, so you might also want to check on Google. You want to check their website. So let's check their website. So I think this is their website. Okay, I think it was streaming with this audio where I won't touch anything. So let's go. Okay, and we remove this. Then enter this. Okay, so this is their main website. Listen to in. I think they say okay, maybe when you listen to the generated sound, you earn money. You get. They have the DAP. So come down. Let's try to look for their Telegram page. Okay, there's someone talking about the token. Then you are not seeing anything like team. Yeah, they said they've locked. So let's also check that. How long did they lock for? Let's check. Okay, there's team profile here. So let's click on it. They said they've done auditing. So auditing means a company, usually a reputable company, have gone through their smart contract to make sure there is no issue with their smart contract or a way where they steal people's money. Okay, so this is their information for liquidity locking. So it says current locked amount, everything is valued at $54,000. This is the token name, symbol, and the decimal point. So lock record. Um, so yeah, you can see they locked continuously. So they said you can see they locked this amount. So these are in total that have been locked by one wallet, which is assume the dev wallet. So now these are when they are going to be unlocked. So you can see this is going to be unlocked March, while this other one that they provided is going to be unlocked soon. You can see this one is going to be unlocked 26, that is next 3 days. So this is to tell you that in the next 3 days, whatever they are doing, in the next 3 days, they are going to take their money. You get, they are going to sell all these ones. You can see they've locked. So even when you go to Pancake Swap, sorry, Coin. Oh shit! So you can see the token we spoke about. You can see they've removed. So it's not even up to an hour. I don't think it's even up to 30 minutes. They've removed their liquidity. They locked it and they removed their liquidity They went home with 87,000. Although most of these funds will be from them, but someone like this $2, you know, someone like this 380, you know, someone like this that they've gone with their money. So if we had come in, so we saw I think we saw it at this point, yeah. So if we had come in, we may be able to avoid it or not. So most times just avoid projects like this. There's nobody that will create a project no matter the marketing. Then you see players coming in or investors coming in with over 4,000, 12,000, 8,000, 2,000. It's just ridiculous. So this was a pure scam, like we observed. So let's take this guy's their address. So let's copy their address here. Then let's go and replace it. Stereo AI. So what we are learning is fundamental analysis. So before entering into the trade, you want to check the fundamentals of that trade, like do your background check of what is going on for that particular trade. So you can see if you check here, it shows that it's locked, right? But based on their lock record, which most people don't check, is that m- mainly this lock amount, which is majority, you get, is going to be unlocked when this is going to be it's going to be unlocked in the next this is going to be unlocked in the next 3 days. This is going to be unlocked in the next 5 days. So they'll take it out, and when they take it out they will be left with only this. So this is going to be unlocked till next month, you get. So this project, we can say it's a scam project. Like you can see, it's a scam project. It's well curated scam project. You can see it's well curated, but it's a scam. So usually, projects that are solid projects, they are going to lock liquidity for a long period of time. You can almost see WikiCat. Uh, let's go when we're looking at WikiCat. Although they've locked liquidity for how long, but still by next year it's going to be unlocked. You get, they can still lock more, but it's going to be unlocked. So you want to follow projects that have liquidity locked for a very long period of time. 5 years, 6 years. Those are okay. So back to these guys. Okay, so as you can see, so what you can do with this kind of project, you can enter, but you don't want to spend so much time. You enter, you get your profit, and you leave, because in the next 3 days, these guys are going to remove their liquidity. You can check them out later. They're going to remove their liquidity. So you enter, you observe. Once the graph goes up and you've made your profit, you leave. Okay, so let's continue our set if possible. So you can also do a filter. So you can do a filter that says, oh, I want only from this amount of liquidity. Show me based on this amount of liquidity. You can do all those filter you get. Then another good thing about Dexscreener is that you can put a, a price alert. So if you come to a particular token, and maybe you got into the trade of that particular token. You can say, okay, I want to put a price alert. So you can do your math to say when, I'll just allow this, when the price gets over a certain amount, it's going to notify you. So even as long as you are with your system, it's going to, bring a pop-up for you that so the price have gotten over this amount. Then you can take your profit. You can take your profit. So you can do that here. So most times when you enter a trade, you can do your math. If I'm entering a trade with $10, $10, and I'm trying to make $20 from my $10. I'm trying to get my $10 to grow up to $20. That is over 100%, right? Now, with 100%, you can now do your math to say, okay, what would be 100% price increase? The 100% price increment is just times two of the price. So you can set your alert. So when it gets to that amount, you can remove. You get. So this is under, I just randomly clicked on this. But if you observe this, you can see the buy is just too much. The buy is just too much. Although as they are buying, they are taking profit. So most of these people are testing the water. They create smart contracts, they provide liquidity, but it's a bait for other people to come in and they take their money and they japa. You can't see them, right? You don't see them. So things like this is a bait. You want to avoid them. Let's go back. So we say, so let's observe. You want to go for I buys and I sells. You get. So this in 13 hours, 108. That means their Telegram group, is not doing well. Then sometimes you might spend a day going through project and you might not get any reasonable project to put in your fund in. That is okay. Why sometimes you put in your fund and you make money and you move out. You get things like that happen.